Okay, so you're looking for a community space to host your courses, your programs. You want to be able to host your community, right? To start building that community space, but you know that you don't really want it on Facebook, and you've been asking about, and you keep getting all these various answers like use Mighty Networks, use Skool, use this, use that. And so I want to show you the platform that I'm currently using that I am absolutely loving. It's kind of like, I don't know, maybe a Skool alternative. It is an amazing platform, and best of all, it is free for you to use. Unlimited communities. You don't have to pay per community, and I'm going to actually take you inside of my community space just so you can see how it all works, what it looks like, and you can get a feel for it yourself. If you're new here, hi, I'm Quiana, LaChé, and I actually had started my community, and by the time that I had 34 members in my community, within 3 to 4 weeks, I'd already made multiple four figures. So I'm really excited to share just my community space. And make sure that you are subscribed to my channel, because I'm going to actually come back in another video and I'm going to show you exactly how you can set up your community space step by step by step so that we are leaving no stones unturned. Let's get into it. Okay, so this platform is called GoKollab or Collab, and I'm absolutely obsessed. So the first thing that I actually want to draw your attention to before we get into all the other stuff, because this is important to me, okay, maybe to you, I want you to notice how for Skool, right? It has at the bottom, Skool has the lowest transaction fees, and then it lists Discord, Patreon, WAP, Circle, Stand, and then Skool at 2.9%. Okay. And so when you are choosing your plan, you have the hobby plan, which is $9 a month, but notice that they're charging you a 10% transaction fee. 10% transaction fee. Okay. When I see 10%, personally, I don't just see 10%, because when you're making money online, guess what you got to do? You got to pay taxes on that money. So I'm not a financial advisor or a tax expert. You're not about to try to sue me. However, putting aside 15 to 20% of what you make into, a savings account for your taxes, then 10% on top of that, okay? 10% on top of that. So if you're selling something for $100, well, by the time you've paid all of your fees, you've made like 70. You see what I'm saying? And then for the $99 per month level, Skool is still going to take that 2.9%. Now, we're not even talking about the Stripe fees or the PayPal fees on top of these additional fees. Okay? Whereas with Collab, 0%. Everything you earn is yours. We never take commissions from your course or community sale. If that's not enough to to have you be like, girl, tell me more. Tell me more, math. I'm signing up right now. I'm signing up right now. Then, child, because yes, love it. Thank you. So, starting from the top, you can actually create not just your community, but your courses for free. So, like me doing this video, there's no affiliate link. I don't have an affiliate link for you for this platform. You just go make your own community, do your courses for free. Okay? Love it. I love it. And so going through here, because there's so much to this, but you can actually find communities. So they do have a kind of like a marketplace, right? Just like Skool does. Skool has a marketplace also where you can find other Skool communities, and so does Collab. Collab does something an extra step though. Okay, so you can come here, you can see all of the communities, and they are listed by different categories: entrepreneurship, marketing, productivity. You can search for, different things. If I want to know AI photo, I don't know, if I did that, right? And I wanted to, okay, so there's an AI photography mastery. So boom, okay? Then what we also can do in Collab is we can create free courses. You can create a course. And just like how, again, both Skool and Collab allow you to search through a marketplace for communities, you can do the same thing for courses. And you can list your own courses in the marketplace for courses. So we had just seen the marketplace for communities. Now, if you're looking for courses, they have courses here. And so let's see if mine comes up because, yeah, so when you search, you can search and you see communities and then courses. And so if we scroll down far enough, see there's me, YouTube for beginners. Oh, look, and there's my other one, YouTube by design. So you can actually host your courses individually, separate from your communities. And I think that that is so freaking cool. Okay. And so again, you can host your communities for free, host your courses for free. And then let's go back. Okay. Because there's a lot here. So they break everything down for you, right? So you have your course builder. And by the way, I'm going to do a more in-depth video separate from this one on how to actually get started building your collab community. So I'm really excited about that. But for now, I just want to show you because I know that there are people who are like trying to find, you know, their ideal place to host their communities. So you have a course builder. You can do all types of cool stuff with it, right? You can host your communities. The pages for your sales pages are SEO optimized, right? And so when you come down here, they really break down communities because even though, right, like you can have your communities and you can do the same thing just like in Skool. You can have a free community. You can have a paid community. I highly recommend having a freemium community. However, you have things like being able to make your posts and everything like that. You can message each other, which is so amazing. You can host your courses inside of your community. You can create events. You can go live inside of your community. Again, this is all for free. Okay. They have gamification where you can offer not just incentives for the leaderboards, which they have leaderboards just like Skool, but you also have something called rewards, which is separate, and that's really fun. You know, you have your newsletters that you can have sent out, and that's really fun. And then you can also do the affiliate thing, and people can still refer your community and be paid a commission for doing so, okay? For free. You catching on? Okay. So then when we get into courses, you can upload your media very easily. And I'm going to walk you through my own community because my community is obviously built on Collab. We would not be here doing this video otherwise, okay? So you can upload your media. Actually, one of the things that I really appreciated was when I had my Skool community and I wanted to upload my audios because I had hypnosis audios, subliminals, you know, things like that. I could not easily do that in Skool. I would have, and then they didn't have it to where you could easily also embed those things. So I had to literally take my audios, turn them into YouTube videos that were unlisted, and then take that, and it was a whole thing. I was just like, ew, okay? Didn't have to do any of that for my collab, and I'm going to show it all to you, right? We have smart access, so if you want to drip your things, if you want things released on a specific date, let's say you're launching a course and you're getting everything ready, boom, 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 put your stuff in, and then, you know, we'll drip it all on a specific date. Like, love it. Quizzes, if you want to do that, love it, okay? live sessions. I don't know why it says coming soon. I just did a live in my community and I absolutely loved it. Very easy to do. And then credentials is something, so if you have like a certification or something, like when people go through, they can actually get their, as you can see, certificate of completion when doing this, right? Love it. Love it. Okay. And again, 0% platform fee. We love it. So let me take you into my community. And I want you to notice right out the gate that my community is pink. It's pink. We're doing a little bit of a rebrand right now, okay? But I love that you can still customize your community with colors. And hold on, check this out. Dark mode, bland, different colors. Love it. Love it. Again, so this is one of the features that I was like, oh, this is pretty dope. This is pretty dope. I love that. That you can customize the look and feel of your community that you couldn't do that in Skool, right? Now, you have, this is your feed. Again, just like with Skool, you have your feed. You can have your pinned post up here, all of that. We have over here our different channels. And one of the things that you can do in Collab that you cannot do in Skool is you can have private channels. This makes having a freemium community that much easier, where you can have the community be free for anybody to join. And then you can still have your paid things within that community and still have some separation. So if you see here where we have MVC Premium, this is for the premium level. And there's a little lock right here because this is only for those people that are in our premium level membership, which if you're interested, by the way, is only $7 a month right now. So I would jump in. However, moving on. Okay. So we have chat just like Skool. And then if you look here, the about looks just like, again, Skool, where you can have, the different images. You have your about that can kind of act as, your sales page. And so this is kind of what you would send people to. And then under learning, oh my gosh, how fun. So you can create all of your courses in here. Now, I'm going to give a little bit of a caveat. I use GoHighLevel, but you can do all of this without having GoHighLevel. I typically see people when they're recommending this platform, they're saying GoHighLevel. This is separate. I don't know if whoever created GoHighLevel also created this. They're in partnership, whatever. Nonetheless, you do not need a GoHighLevel account to do any of this stuff. If you ever were to in the future then move over to GoHighLevel, which just helps to unlock even more things for you to do in regards to systems and automations. But when you do that, all you got to do is just use the exact same email address and then the two, they'll be connected and you are good to go. I will show you in a moment how you actually do your courses inside of GoKollab itself, again, outside of GoHighLevel. Okay, so you can have your courses here and then you can schedule events, right? You come in here, you can schedule events. And then here's also something dope that, again, I don't think Skool is doing, where, hold on, let's do test, blah, blah, location, Zoom, meet others, inside group, blah. Okay, so here you can have hide location from non-attendees, especially if this is going to be something for maybe like if you have a premium level, a VIP level, something that's not free. This is great. Who can attend? So there's various ways that you can do this. You can choose all members, which is everybody in the community, members at a level, so people who have been acquiring their points and have reached a certain level, members of a specific course, okay, now, and members of a private channel, okay? and then you can just hit next. And then this is where it gets cool. So you can choose, is this a free event that you're going to do, a free live, or are you going to charge for it? Right? Like, and they have obviously the different currencies, but I think that that is so, I love that. I love that. I love that. And again, they're not charging us extra to do that. Okay? You have your leaderboards. And again, you can have rewards displayed here. So you can just come in here and add a reward. So the example they have is 10% off your first purchase. Da 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 da. Okay, we're gonna get into all of this in a moment. So I said that I wanted to show you from the collab space. So let's say here that you are signed in, right? So I'm signed into my I don't want to call it a dummy account because ain't nothing dumb about Quiana LaChé. Nonetheless, okay, you have something called your Collab Studio. Actually, before we jump into that, I do actually want to show you one thing that I absolutely love, 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 which is when you are here on the GoKollab homepage, you have over here, so you can go to that Discover where I showed you where you can search for different communities, different courses. You have your Collab Studio. We're going to jump into that in a second. And then you have over here, like these are communities that you're already in. And then this little hat shows you the different courses that you are already in. Because everybody providing a course might not have a community. And so one of the things, and it was so interesting because I created this dummy account like today so I could do this video. And I discovered that there were courses I had access to. And I was like, oh my gosh. But I really like that because when we click, can I click over? Anyways, so you can, when you are logged in, if you have purchased courses or acquired courses from other people who are using either Collab or GoHighLevel, they show up here. And I'm like, yes, all in one. And it's a little different from than if you were using Skool, because if you were using Skool and you wanted to go find a course or something, you would have to then like go to that community, go into the classroom, da 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 da. Which I mean, it's not that big of a deal, but and if you wanted as a quick way to do that, you could do that here because you can also do this through their app. So Collab, yes, does have an app that again pulls in everything so you can manage your community from there. Don't be in other communities, but also again separately access your courses separately from the communities as well. So moving on, you could either click on your little icon here and go to your Collab Studio, or you could click this little thing over here. And so this is where it's going to take you to where you can create communities, you can create your courses, and there's also a little button down here where it says like create product. So I already created a test product to just kind of start the process of walking you through this. And when you come here to community, it will prompt you to create your first community. And as far as I know, you can actually have unlimited communities. It's not just one. So when I click into here, Quiana's test community, again, this is just like some sample things that got loaded up. So you can come in here, you can put your lesson information, you can import from a link, right? You can embed from a URL. So that's great. And let's go to course settings. So you put your course thumbnail here. You can put your headshot for your instructor profile, fill all that information out, course title, description. You can preview it because this would be your sales page. Now this I really like because with Skool, you can't do this. You can't do all of this. You're not going to be able to, you don't get to have like a sales page. And you see how like it's even breaking down like the course content and stuff like that, like your modules, just being able to give more information. And then you can select pricing, and then there we go. So do you want this to be free? You want it to be paid, right? Well, I didn't set up my Stripe on my dummy account. But nonetheless, you set up your Stripe, and you can see, obviously, they see how they stopped me. So even if you hadn't done it and you got to this point, it'll prompt you to do that to make sure that you get your monies. But we can still see here, like, is it a subscription thing? Do they pay one time? Like, what's the billing period? All of that. You can do all of that in here. Again, for free. Okay, okay, okay. And so, what else did I want to show you? What else did I want to show you? I think we covered like a lot of the core things. Well, we didn't get into we didn't really get into the settings. So, actually, what I do want to show you is when you're on Collab and you hover over your little profile icon here, I want you to notice that the section for affiliates is over here. And so if you did have a paid community and you were allowing your members to be affiliates, you would find all of that information here. And then you'd be able to see all of the referrals and stuff down here. I have a freemium community, so I wouldn't have any affiliate stuff in here for this. But for my courses, yes. Okay. And then if we go into settings, this is where you can set all of your stuff up. You go here to branding, right? So you can have your favicon, cover image, logo, all of that. Your themes, this is where I was showing you the different colors so you can see. But you can also customize all of this as well. So if you really want to like get into it with your branding, you have the ability to do that here. Gamification rewards, links. And then the other thing is, so you can literally import your Skool group members and their content. So that's what I did. When I migrated over, I didn't start over from scratch. I imported my community members over, and I imported the posts over, right? So we weren't starting the community from scratch. And then if you need to, any reported content will show up here, and then discovery. So when it comes to discovery, and you can see here, get discovered by millions of active users, the group will be visible on the discover page once you have more than 10 members. So you do need 10 members to be able to then go in and put your course and or community on the marketplace. Anyways, so at the end of the day, I think GoKollab is exceptional. There were a few key things that I really couldn't show you. One of those things being like when you go live in Collab, it's not just being able to go live in there and them doing it native from their platform, but you can also have a stream key that you input. So if you want to use, I think like StreamYard, if you want to use OBS and you want to like really just up the ante with your video content, right? Videos and live training sessions, whatever, like you can do that inside of Collab. The last time I checked, Skool doesn't allow you to input a stream key. So there is that for those of you who are advanced enough that it matters. But nonetheless, like I am so happy that I switched over. I love it over here. I really do. I love it so, 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 so much. And so check it out. Like join my community, click around, like, get a feel for it. Like it to me is pretty amazing. Is this not the most dope platform? It is. To me. And I didn't even get to show you like the mobile app or anything. But nonetheless, like, yes, create your community. Like, start playing around with it. Join my community. Play around with it. Also, one of the things that I'm going to be doing, because, this is, I want to say day like 18 of my 100 videos in 100 days challenge. And so because I have, and I expressed this in one of the earlier videos, that I am in the process of kind of like doing my brand pivot and just opening up more space for me to talk about the things that I really enjoy, really love helping people with and doing. And, creating a community, especially if you're going to be doing YouTube videos, they work synonymously, like together. The synergy is just there. Like, to create a community where you're not having to kind of spiral about what you're going to put in it because you did the heavy lifting when you did your YouTube channel. In my community, I'll be doing like a course on just everything that you need to get started with collab and like setting your community up. But also, I'm going to be offering these mini challenges. They're one-on-one where you and I will work together to create your community, but also your YouTube channel, and then mapping out how your YouTube videos are going to fuel your community so that you aren't having to do all of this extra work, okay? And so if that sounds of interest to you, like message me. Message me on like Instagram. Yeah, yeah. Message me on Instagram and I'll give you the information about that. And again, I will see you inside of my community. If you have enjoyed this video, please let me know in the comments. If you want to see more, let me know in the comments. Make sure that you're subscribed because again, I'm going to be coming back and I'm going to actually show you what you can do to actually get started building your free collab community where 0 transaction fees are taken from your sales. The shade, honey. The shade. Anyways, I'm going to see you in tomorrow's video. But in the meantime, I do want you to go watch this video next where I'm going to actually break down the one video, one flow, one community concept that shows you exactly how you're going to use YouTube to fuel your community and your business. I'll see you over there.